That's my only concern too. I mean, I think it looks nice, but what is that material? And that would be my question, is what's the material and how's that going to hold up? Who's the sign company, if you don't mind me asking?
LB Signs and Envirotech. LB Signs originally started in West Wichita before Envirotech bought them out. They've done a lot of the work, and like they're currently doing one of the Mays School District signs as well, in the same kind of fashion as what they're doing on Simon.
Do we have any material requirements for the monument?
No, it's only restrictions in terms of width, depth, things of that nature, conversion from full signs. So nothing in terms of material. Goddard Galleria does have architectural standards that they've adopted privately, but we don't have a collective monument sign design criteria.
We have materials. They can be plastic.
They can be plastic, or the planning commission's okay with it.
Daniel, what do you think?
I think if there's no guidance on how it's got to be made, the question is it okay with the size, and I'm okay with the size.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris.
How thick is it?
See what I asked, but
How thick is it to the sign? The same width?
Yeah,
Okay.
everything should match from the 36 inches going across. It should match the width coming straight down as well.
Okay.
Which I believe is 24 inches, 2 foot wide.
Guess we can't make a motion on this, can we?
Yeah, if you want to. I just simply said deliberate and direct staff accordingly, and we can let LB signs.
How would you like the motion to be?
what is his risk if we do this and then something changes in 30 days?
Something changes, what would change, which part?
If we couldn't approve the variance in 30 days, we represent it. We say we're in favor of it, and then when he comes back, we said we're not in favor of the variance. What happens then?
The sign's built, and I guess we would have to go back and ask them to tear the sign down.
I mean, I don't anticipate the public having much to say. I mean, it is an approved look, but I'm just want you to be aware.
If you're not,
I mean, the risk is small, but there is a slight risk in there, so I don't want it to seem like this is a done deal. But
if you guys are not in favor of it, now would be the time to say that. Just say that you don't like the material, you guys are welcome to say that. And you're also welcome to approve variances contingent upon material changes. It's completely at your purview.
But we have no
No, there is
no materials like brick or anything like that.
There's nothing.
I don't know if it means anything to you guys or not, but kind of the alternative right now is just to completely rip the sign out and us just not have a sign, which also is unfavorable, as you can imagine, for business. But, yeah, I don't think it makes sense for us to rip out the grass itself, so it'd just be that, just remove the sign.
Is it unfavorable to leave it as it is?
They have to convert.
Yeah. That has to be changed.
I didn't mean to imply I opposed, I just wanted to make sure you understood. So, I guess we'll just go down the line. Are you opposed to him starting?
Yeah.
There and you?
No, I'm not opposed.
No.
I'm not opposed to you. I'm just looking down the street. Most of the signs look the same way as his does currently. Seem like it would be one different.
Well, when a building is sold,
Yeah.
they have to convert to it.
Improve.
Yeah.
So the rest are I just be careful.
The newest one.
You have the newest sign?
Yeah.
I just be careful about what ask a question about what they're gonna make it. You don't want to destroy them and mow it, and that's just an old deck, huh?
Yeah, I think that's my only concern is if it is a plastic that's going to get brittle within a few years, it's just going to crack, and then all of a sudden you've got a final holes in it, and that would be my thing too.
Yeah, I know it's that the same kind of material they make the face out of, and kind of the same kind of material you see going down the street. It's that material, so could it, like the red Kettleson fade over time, or maybe the black letters fade over time possibly, but the material should hold up okay. And the material stated on the quote, I couldn't get the quote to pull up, or I was gonna show that to you guys as well.
I believe you have your okay.
Thank you.
All right.
A good investment of 2 hours of your time. Welcome to God.
You can try that. Now, we'll know that if you start showing it for everybody.
All right, we're at the home stretch. This is my staff report. Go back, A. So this is my economic development update. So this is the quarter 1, quarter 2 for the last 6 years, 7 years for single family and 2 family. That dashed line is the average of the last couple of years. Right now, we're over here. Our quarter 1 for single family has exceeded the average, so we're doing pretty good on that. Our 2 family was close, but it didn't exceed the average 2 family. Obviously, 2024 really skewed that. We had a phenomenal year in 2024. Quarter 2 of 2026 is looking to do pretty good. So all things, our permits are generally holding up, so we're doing pretty good on that. From a next slide in. Tri-Gov meeting, so on Monday, May 18th at 7 p.m. City Council will host the Planning Commission and the School District with the annual Tri-Gov meeting to discuss growth and development. City staff are currently looking for a head count right now from the Planning Commission to see who can make it a week from today at 7 o'clock for the Tri-Gov meeting. Just Planning Commission, Councilmember Leonard, you put your hand down. So, Planning Commission, Daniel, Commissioner Hayden, thank you very much. Got 1 from the Planning Commission?
I should be here,
No
Got 1,
pressure.
2, 3,
maybe.
4.
The
Okay.
cool kids are in now.
I believe I can do that.
Very good. Okay, so I got 5 potential. Okay, that's great. Mark you guys as attending for that meeting. Very good. Next one, this is the comprehensive plan update. So we have a visioning workshop and public open house on July 16th, 2026, Thursday from 2 to 4:30. The steering committee will meet with the city staff and Olson team during this time. Public open house will be held from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. in the council room. Then planning and design charrette public open house September 23rd to 24th, Wednesday and Thursday, 2026. Steering committee will meet from 9 a.m. to noon on September 23rd, 2 to 3:30 on September 24th. And there'll be a public open house held from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at September 24th at the meeting center. And then final plan review will be January 28th, 2027 from 2 to 4:30 p.m. City council room, the steering committee will meet the city staff and Olson team. The public open house will be held from 6 to 7:30 p.m. in the city council room. So as these plans change, we'll keep you updated. But right now, this is our tentative calendar moving forward for that comprehensive plan. And obviously, Planning Commissioner, Chair Coyne and Vice Chair Ryan Walker are on the steering committee, so we appreciate that very, very much. So we're moving on to Planning Commissioner comments, but very quickly, I will go back. Do you guys want to talk about the school fence at all? I've had a lengthy conversation with the school and some property owners on Kimmy and Easy Street. So do you want to talk about that at all? If not, we can just move on.
Yeah, I would like to. I mean, I don't know if we can, especially as a planning commission, I can't imagine anything we can do about it, but
So the fence is owned by the school district. It's about 30 feet off their property line. So if you walked over to that electric gate that opens up, you're technically on the school's property. So you're not trespassing if you walk down Easy Street. As soon as you walk down Easy Street and you hit that fence, you're actually 30 feet onto the school's property, past the right of way. And that is not considered trespassing. The gate is owned by the school district. It is locked. The school said that they put it up intentionally to keep kids from running from Challenger to 54. So, that being said, yes.
We've got a city-owned lot. What's the tree street over there?
Walnut.
On Walnut. So we looked at it. I know, I can't.
It works.
It works. I know what they are, I just don't know which order they go in. So, yes. So we actually priced a project to put a walking path through there a couple years ago. Not soon thereafter I had started, and the cost was pretty exorbitant. At the time, I don't think, at least to my knowledge, we knew there were that many children over there. And then you got the senior community there too.
Walnut doesn't have sidewalk right now.
Right,
yeah.
so you're dumping them out into a street, and so there's some concerns with that, but
What was the sorry.
tens of thousands, not just thousands.
Do you have like a bid on how much that was material versus?
Well, the thing is, we own the lot, but it goes on to private property, so you have to.
You gotta buy it.
Yeah,
When
that's-
we're having a conversation with the, private groups over there right now about some stormwater stuff, so we might be able to insert this into that discussion as well.
Is this something maybe when we're all together with the district next week we can discuss?
Well, I don't wanna get too far down the
Yeah.
rabbit hole here, but I do have actually got an email from the superintendent about this issue
Okay.
today, so, maybe it is something we can briefly discuss then.
I mean, I think if they're gonna fence it off, we have that many kids over there, at least they can do some for busing.
I get that.
Yeah.
You mentioned there's a private, there's actually an easement, so you could stay on the sidewalk from Walnut all the way over to where those people live, cause there's an easement that connects between those structures.
Yeah, it's not a pedestrian easement, it's a utility and drainage easement, so that's not a pedestrian easement. So we would have to change the language of that easement to allow for pedestrian walkway, which is not impossible. I mean, we could include that language in there. But that's
Walnut?
It goes between a couple structures there, then through the city's lot, and then it dumps out into Walnut, so.
It's
there
a-
I'm
again,
thinking of that house on Walnut with the garage on the side.
Yeah, that's where it's at, but you're still dumping them onto a street.
With no
That's
sidewalk, a bus
extremely
street and that.
busy.
Mhm.
It's a really busy street.
Very
busy.
busy.
The buses go down that way.
I don't go out that way much, I mean, I've gone over there for Meals on Wheels, but like, what, is there not a straight shot like behind Challenger, or is that also all district?
So the north side of Challenger, that's where the fence is. That's right, it ties into, to the Easy Street, that's where that.
Right, but there's nothing like, no way around it.
I think there's
Sounds like
trees and drainage, I don't know that it's navigable.
Can we
Sounds like the
open it?
school district has
It's the
plenty of
school.
room in there to put a sidewalk in for their kids, so.
I'll talk with
Or
Goddard.
unlock it during
Are
certain
they,
hours.
are the kids far enough away from school to get bused?
No,
No.
that's the
Let me
challenge.
communicate with the
Everyone doesn't
leadership
know
over
this.
there about it. Like I said, I got a message about this very issue this afternoon, so
Yeah.
let me, I didn't read it word for word, but I know it was about this issue, so let me communicate with them that maybe
If
they've got
there's a way
that.
to at least open it up for the rest of the school year and so parents have time to figure it out, like something,
I'll chat with them.
yeah.
The principal's aware.
There's
of
3 days
Challenger.
left, I think, so, yeah, they can open it last 3 days.
Yeah, just-
Today, yeah, so the last week of school, an issue.
Get on that sidewalk, paving that sidewalk.
Like working with the school, we solve half the problem. I mean, we still didn't have the seniors, so working with the schools.
We've applied for funds to build, some more paths over on those roads. Several $100,000 worth of funding we've applied for, but, we haven't got any luck in getting grants yet. But we'll keep at it.
Most people who live over there don't have the means to wait on those funds, so I just, if anybody in the district is listening, I echo that this is, safety is the top priority, so.
Any additional comments?
Yeah, just, one, or 1.5, 2. Just a couple times just tonight, it's even come up, you know, we don't have any, we've got a monument sign requirement, but no information on what that is, or what material that is. I guess I forget if it was tonight or last meeting, but we talked about there's not really any kind of landscaping requirements. And just as the city grows and we get more, become more desirable a place for, businesses to come to locate, I think that's something we should consider implementing. I know the city of Wichita has pretty stringent requirements for landscaping. I'm not saying we need to go that far, but it'd be nice to have something to make sure we're making things look nice.
Yeah, we don't prohibit landscaping, we remove the landscaping requirements simply because there was not, we weren't actively going around checking to see if they were implementing the landscaping that they had proposed. Now, that being said, we weren't sure how far we were gonna take the landscaping in terms of somebody introduces landscaping and they're saying, hey, we're gonna put in petunias all in the front. If I go out there and they're daisies instead of petunias, are we going to pull their certificate of occupancy? Like, what's the punitive measure that we're gonna follow up with the site plan? That was the kind of a question that we were gonna follow up on, and like, how far do we wanna implement? If they fail to implement the site plan that they propose, do we punish them in a certain way? is it even worth our time? If somebody says, no, they didn't have any petunias during the nursery, we had to go with daffodils, are we gonna punish them for that? That's kind of the question. So that's kind of how landscaping, it's good to have, they have landscaping, but how far are we gonna take the implementation of that landscaping? That's kind of the question to follow through. So, I mean, that's something we can discuss more in tune with. And then monument, you said monument design standards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of that'll come up during the comprehensive planning process.
In 2019, we revised the sign standards 4 times because it's very contentious for property owners. And so I'm loath to do it again, but I'm happy to because
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna inflict it upon you guys at the same time.
You were fresh then.
Feel free to, you're here for that one.
Yeah, that was.
But I'm happy to introduce a mock-up of what potential design, it's definitely come up before. And, you know, you go on the south side of 54, they have design standards for monument signs. You go on the north side of 54, there are no design standards for monument signs. So, yeah, the masonry aspect definitely changes it. So I can definitely draft something up.
I think I'm good.
I make a note, you're surprised.
Alright. That's it?
All right.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
June 8th.
Motion, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Very good.
Thank you for
guys.
hosting us this evening.
Thank you.